Et donc salut les gens, c'est EMB, j'espère que vous allez bien. Aujourd'hui, conférence Pré-E3, Guerilla collective, avec pas mal de studios, développeurs et éditeurs. On aura sans doute pas de jeux AAA, mais on aura beaucoup de AA. On a les studios de 505 Games qui sont derrière par exemple Control ou Bloodstain. On a All In Games derrière Ghost Runner. On a les studios derrière Temtem, ou encore les studios derrière Hello Neighbor, Torchlight 3, Call of the Sea, ou Super Hot, ou Banner Saga, etc., qui vont présenter pas mal de titres. On verra un petit peu ce que c'est, pas mal de conférences pour cette E3, en tout cas Guerilla collective, c'est parti et ça va être ultra stylé à mon avis. Allez. Hey, il y a des trucs de Pokémon en bas, il y a une petite Pokéball. Il y a même un petit Pokéball dessous. C'est un peu fort. Vous me dites, c'est peut-être un peu fort, hein. Il parle ultra fort. Ah ouais, il s'est blindé.
For the Guerilla Collective 2, as you said.
Et oui, il y avait déjà eu l'année dernière le Guerilla Collective.
I'm happy to be in the studio. Yes. Where are we at? Yeah. This is our studio here in Berkeley. We're on our Foley stage.
La petite musique qui est stylée derrière.
And it's very nice to have you here. Thank you for coming.
Yes, of course. And as I said, this is our second annual. That was like a nice little grip. As I said, this is our.
Il y a de plus en plus de conférences comme ça qui pop au fur et à mesure tous les ans. Le Guerilla Collective qui est juste ici. Et vous avez par exemple le Summer Game Fest aussi à partir du 10 juin à 18 h à suivre avec moi comme d'hab. Merci d'ailleurs à ceux qui sont avec moi pour ce direct. Merci. Si vous écrivez, ça apparaîtra là. Merci beaucoup en attendant que ça débute. Mais pas mal de choses. Alors, le programme. Voyons voir un petit peu. Donc aujourd'hui. Pas mal de petites choses. Voilà, ça c'est tous les sponsors.
RESEAUX, Astro Gaming, our fellow devs and publishers, Two Awesome Studio, Akupara Games, All In Games, Good Shepherd, Humble Games, Goblin Studio, Graffiti Games, Head Up, Hype Train Digital, Neon Doctrine, Raw Fury, Tiny Bill, Thunderful, and of course Whitethorn Games.
That was a mouthful.
It was a lot, and there was a lot of really good pauses in there too.
Donc il y a du PlayStation aussi.
With Valve to showcase the games on Steam in order to support the devs. So be sure to check out the Guerilla Collective event page on Steam where you can learn more about these games, the games that you can buy right now, and some of the games coming up in the future you can wishlist now. So check out.
Et il y a Xbox aussi, bien sûr. Ça c'est les sponsors ça.
Yeah, make sure to do that. Shout out to Valve, to Steam for working with us, and also all
Rappelons
of
que ce sont
our
les
other
sponsors.
platform partners as well. Shout out to our broadcasting partners for supporting the showcase and the developers on the stream. We couldn't do it without you. Twitch, Steam, IGN, and of course GameSpot. They have helped to host this stream, and it is super amazing. Enough of all that though. Let's get started.
Allez, commençons.
Set of games with a few brand new exclusives, catching up with the adorable creatures in the world of Eternal Cylinder, and checking out an update for a beloved Metroidvania.
Ah, un petit Metroidvania pour débuter. Moi, je suis preneur.
Without further ado,
allez, vas-y.
Let's go.
Allez, premier, un petit Metroidvania. Ah, je dis oui pour un Metroidvania. Moi, je dis oui tout de suite. Anno Mutationem. Ok. Oh, c'est joli ça. Oh, j'aime beaucoup la DA. Dites-moi si le son est trop fort par rapport à ma voix, hein, évidemment. La DA est très jolie. Ah, c'est pas doublé, c'est dommage. Ah si, mais peut-être qu'il passe vite les dialogues, je pense. Ouais, il passe vite les dialogues. C'est Code Lyoko en fait. Hein. C'est Code Lyoko. On ira, on saura sauver notre existence, se donner une chance. tout est passé. Oh, j'aime beaucoup. Bon, par contre, il va falloir mettre les musiques. Hein. Ah, ça fait très Metroidvania, ouais, je comprends. Ouais. Du coup, on a la jauge de vie. On a juste la jauge de vie en haut et ça doit être la jauge du boss juste sous ma caméra. Je suppose. Là. Je sais pas où mettre ma caméra, j'en sais rien. Je la laisse évidemment, mais... Moi j'aime beaucoup, j'aime beaucoup. Est-ce qu'il y a un système d'XP ou pas du coup Moi je suis fan des systèmes d'XP. Alors en bas on voit qu'on a notre arme et notre épée. J'ai pas l'impression qu'il y ait d'XP. Par contre on a une jauge de vie en haut. C'est très sympa. Ah, 505 games, tiens, on va voir. Ouais. Bah, de toute façon, Bloodstain, c'était sûr, vu que c'était 505 games derrière. Tu vois. Non, Bloodstain. Eh ouais. Je suis moins fan de cet univers très... comment on dit? Je suis moins fan. Bon, ça, oui. Ça... J'ai rien dit. J'ai rien dit par rapport à ce qu'on vient de voir là. Il y a du Shovel Knight, il y avait Shovel Knight. Non, en vrai... Ouais, non, Bloodstain, moi, j'ai bien aimé, mais sans plus. Tu vois. J'ai été un peu... Je sais pas, il y a un truc dans la DA que j'ai du mal à kiffer. Par contre, le truc d'avant était très stylé. Ah oui, ils enchaînent les trucs. Hein. Oh! Je l'ai en avance de 3 secondes. Je l'ai en avance de 3 secondes sur mon écran d'en bas. Ça me fait penser à Sport. Ça me fait penser à Sport. Ça me fait grave penser à Sport. Sport, c'était tellement bien à l'époque.
Environmental conditions are only one of the many dangers you will face, as the world is filled with dangerous creatures, some natural, some not. The strangest of these creatures have the ability to remove your mutations, threatening your ability to survive in multiple ways. Learning all the surprising ways to interact with the creatures of this world is key to survival, as they are an essential source of vital resources. To find a way of surviving the unstoppable threat of the eternal cylinder, you will have to keep exploring, keep discovering.
Mais je me suis demandé, est-ce qu'on aura le droit à des évolutions ou pas?
Important trait that humans and Trebhum have in common. Curiosity.
Je suis moins fan, j'ai pas l'impression qu'on évolue, j'ai l'impression qu'on a une mutation, mais qu'on n'a pas d'évolution de notre truc. J'aurais aimé le voir grandir, tu sais, changer de forme, etc. Un petit peu comme ce qu'on avait dans Sport. Salut. Ça, c'est les développeurs de Torchlight. C'est les développeurs de Torchlight qui sont derrière. J'adore la DA, j'adore la DA. Je prends. La DA est pour moi, totalement. Ah ouais, direction artistique totalement validée. Ah mais c'est un grand oui. C'est un grand oui pour moi. Bien sûr. Ah, moi je valide. Hein. Après, la caméra est un peu étrange. La caméra est vachement proche, hein, quand même. Trifox. Ok. Ça a l'air très sympa.
Hey everyone.
Salut.
I'm Daniel Piqueras, a 23-year-old solo developer from Spain, and Axolotl is my first game. You play as a hungry axolotl with an AK, shooting his way through madness. People often ask me how I came up with the idea, and the truth is quite silly. I was joking with friends, and suddenly I said, imagine an axolotl with an AK-47? Wait. And that's pretty much how it came to life.
Tu vois, des fois, ça part de pas grand chose. Hein. Ça doit être un endless. Tu sais, les jeux endless dans un truc. N'importe quoi. C'est drôle, mais c'est n'importe quoi. Alors, est-ce que c'est un monde ouvert ou est-ce que c'était simplement un endless shooter? Ah, c'est ça. C'est un endless shooter. Ça peut être un double stick. Ah non, c'est des trucs explorables, ok. Ah, ça a l'air déjanté de ouf. Mais j'en avais testé un comme ça il y a pas longtemps qui était très sympa. À voir comment le personnage évolue. Parce que c'est le développement du personnage et ses skills qui donnent tout. Et l'évolution des armes aussi. Ok, donc les skins. Ouais. Ah, ça me parle. Ça me parle. Le coup d'avoir du multiplayer en local, je valide. Ah, ça par contre, c'est très très bien. Ah ouais. La DA vous fait penser à Enter the Gungeon, ouais, je comprends. Neurovoider était excellent, tout à fait. Neurovoider était très sympa. Que je vous le conseille vraiment. Ah là on est dans un Metroidvania là, il n'y a pas de problème. Hein. Là il y a vraiment aucun problème là-dessus, tu vois. Vraiment aucun. Genre vraiment aucun. J'aime beaucoup la DA. À voir, mais ça me plaît pas, ça me plaît plutôt pas mal. PlayStation, Steam et Switch. Ok.
I don't know about you, Alex,
ça me plaît bien.
But I'm looking forward to not getting steamrolled by a giant cylinder. But I am looking forward to whipping some more creatures' asses in Bloodstain. Make sure to follow and support the devs, as well as pre-order and wishlist them on Steam or wherever they may be available.
True. And up next, we're taking a ride with some fast-paced action titles. Then we're switching it up for some darker, more moody vibes, as well as showing some love to a couple of games from the Black Voices in Gaming Freshman Class 2021. Let's start with a kick-ass trailer and hop into some more games.
True.
Vas-y. Il me fume. Oh, on dirait un Tim Burton flippant. Ah, j'aime bien. Ah, ça peut être stylé. Par contre, les personnages sont chelous. Le style est assez particulier. Je sais pas comment... Même tu vois, la position de la caméra, elle est pas au-dessus, elle est pas au milieu, elle est vraiment genre de côté, c'est assez particulier. Merci Lexu qui a offert un sub à Rentaro, merci énormément. Merci beaucoup, beaucoup, beaucoup. Merci beaucoup, beaucoup, beaucoup. Ouais, ça fait une bonne ambiance dégueu, hein. Mais c'est pas mauvais, loin de là. C'est loin d'être mauvais. À voir. À voir. C'est joli ça. Alors au niveau de la DA, on est dans ce que Gris faisait. Et pareil pour... Merde, comment il s'appelle hein. C'est-à-dire on dirait que les dessins sont faits à la main. Comment il s'appelait vous savez le Dark Souls-like en 2D comme ça qui était sorti, que j'avais adoré. Comment il s'appelait? Merde. Ah, je l'ai plus. Blasphemous, merci. Il me fait penser à Blasphemous un peu. Blasphemous.
Hi, my name is David. I'm the co-founder and 3D artist at Bleak Mill. And we are developing Industria,
Et ça me fait penser un peu Blasphemous.
first-person shooter in which a woman searches for her work colleague in a parallel dimension. The game is a lot inspired by Half-Life 2, BioShock, and the works of David Lynch.
Oh, excellent.
In this video, we want
Inspiré de BioShock, Half-Life et du travail de David Lynch. Ah oui, donc on est sur des bonnes inspirations quand même. Après, ça veut pas dire que c'est bon. Ah, le bruit, on le connaît.
The first thing to show is the new enemy type we call the Hound. They feature a pack behavior, means they have a leader and the other in the pack just follow that leader. They are quick, agile and harm the player a lot with their saw blades.
Il y a un truc qui me dérange.
The second thing we want to show you is the optic, which you can see right now.
Tu vois, il y a un potentiel pour me plaire, mais il me manque un truc. J'ai l'impression qu'il n'y a pas d'âme. Est-ce que vous voyez ce que je veux dire? Ça manque d'âme. Tu vois, genre sur un trailer comme ça que tu montres sur l'avant, t'as une âme. Là, je trouve qu'il n'y a pas d'âme. Il n'y a pas de... Je sais pas comment dire, je sais pas pourquoi.
We also want to show you new environments, such as this abandoned apartment building in the city of Hokkavik. Hundreds and thousands of people lived in the city, which is now abandoned and filled with robots that want to kill the player.
Ouais, ça fait fade et lisse. C'est pas méchant, mais moi ça, enfin après c'est personnel hein, mais.
Why the robots are here, where they come from, and what they have to do with the past of the player character. Même
là, tu vois, je ressens pas de... Oui, non, les textures on s'en fout, c'est pas le problème. Hein. Les textures, c'est du jeu indé, à la limite, moi je m'en fous de ça. Regarde, tu regardes un jeu en pixel art, on s'en fout. C'est pas un problème de technique, quoi que ce soit, c'est que je trouve qu'il manque il manque un supplément d'âme. Après, c'est mon opinion, encore une fois, hein, c'est subjectif. Hein.
Follow us on our social medias like Twitter and Instagram. Thank you, and see you next time.
Ouais, après c'est trop court pour pouvoir se faire un jugement, mais voilà. Tu vois, déjà là, t'as plus d'âme. Je veux dire, en 3 secondes. Regarde. En 3 secondes de trailer, t'as déjà plus d'âme là que sur un gameplay de 2 minutes. Tu comprends ce que je veux dire ou pas?
It's like a snake shedding its skin over and over again. You have to learn it all over again. Feel it. Tame it. I feel you getting closer to the heart of evil. Soon you may reach a point of no return. Time.
Chernobyl.
What is time, Igor? You can never change what's already occurred, because every change creates its own space-time continuum. We can be together, Igor, but you have to learn the truth if you truly want to find me. Now you must do whatever is necessary. After that, it won't matter anymore. Change the past, Igor. See where it leads you.
Chernobylite. Oh, dis donc. Ça, je valide. Ça, j'aime beaucoup. Ça, j'aime beaucoup. Beaucoup, beaucoup, beaucoup. Il y a un mélange entre du Devil May Cry et autre chose. Il y a du Devil May Cry là-dedans. Ça, on dirait du Max Payne 1. On dirait du Max Payne 1 de ouf. Je suis sûr, l'inspiration c'est Max Payne 1. C'est sûr, c'est sûr. C'est sûr. Ah, c'est moi, oui. Oui, je confirme. C'est Max Payne 1, oui, totalement. C'est Max Payne 1, c'est sûr. Le saut comme ça, c'est Max Payne. Ah oui, oui, oui. Et puis il était... Ah oui. Ah, c'était tellement bon, Max Payne. Ah ouais, putain. Ah putain, ouais. Ah mais en plus, enfin... Alors, je pense que pour apprécier ça, il faut avoir fait Max Payne 1. Ah mais c'est validé. C'est validé, mais simplement par nostalgie.
O gameplay conta com elementos clássicos, mas também incluímos toque moderno ao jogo.
Ça j'ai plus de mal. Hein. Ah! Finalement, il en faut peu pour me séduire. En fait si, j'aime bien. En fait si. Si, en fait c'est bon. Si, en fait j'aime bien. C'est bon. Ah mais tu me rajoutes un système à la RPG avec des points d'expérience et des pièces, moi je suis content. Ah si, c'est bon. C'est bon pour moi. C'est bon. C'est bon, c'est validé. Très bien. Ah mais moi il m'en faut peu, hein. Il m'en faut peu, hein. Là c'est que je me projette en fait. What? Musique de démonétisation. Oh ça pète. Excellent. Je suis pas fan des runners. Ça se tente, mais je suis pas fan des runners. Ah c'est un one kill hit en plus. Tu te fais toucher une fois, tu recommences. Bah tu retrouves du ghost runner dedans un peu. Ah Kena. Bah mon amour. Reviens là. Reviens là. Kena reviens. Reviens Kena. Oui. Oh putain. Virez le reste. Je veux voir Kena. Allez-y. Dégage le reste. Reviens. Ah putain. Ah je veux voir du Kena. Ah ça j'aime bien. Ah on a vu un peu de gameplay de Kena. On a vu un petit peu. On voit des bribes en plus, c'est terrible. On voit des bribes de Kena, bordel.
Who just released his game. What's up, man? What's up, dude? He just released his game Never Yield, and you know it's been blazing up these streets, especially as far as like you've got mad press and everything. But we're here to talk about.
C'est des bribes. On a vu plein.
Gaming, freshman class, and really how that came together because it's been a real.
Espérons un peu de gameplay, ouais, ça serait cool. Hein.
Kind of talk about that.
Ça serait génial. Hein. Je sais, j'y crois moyen, mais ça serait bien. Vous pensez qu'on va avoir du gameplay de Kena? Il a des dents blanches incroyables. Eh mais mec, je veux tes dents de ouf. Je suis désolé, j'ai remarqué ses dents direct. Je jalouse ses dents. Il sort le 24 août normalement, Kena. In this space, we're all in it together and we support each other rather than it being some kind of competition and je veux tes dents. Highlighting one or two people. We can all support each other because there's room enough for everybody. So and then when you know we talked about the idea, like you like definitely just like took it and ran with it and put the whole thing together, and reaching out to everybody with you was like really amazing. Everything went really smoothly. So if you haven't checked out the list yet, you know, I don't know if it's posted in the comments or anything like that, but just look up Black Voices in Gaming Freshman Class. It should pop up, and all of those amazing games are there. Yeah, you can also check it out on blackvoicesingaming.com. That kind of like really jump-started that website too. We had it kind of cooking up since the last Guerilla Collective, but really wasn't able to really put it into full effect until we did launch the freshman class. And I can say it was amazing. Like Neil had, like, I think we were just eye to eye, you know what I mean? Just thinking about this stuff, because the freshman class really came from the XXL, which I'm a huge hip hop head, and I used to like, I couldn't wait and to see that cover. Je veux tes dents. And to see who was on it. I mean, until like maybe it got crazy with like a bunch of like mumble rap stuff that I didn't even know about, but that's besides the point, you know. Yeah, man, it was really exciting, especially when we started off with a lot smaller of a group of, you know, games, just like people we kind of knew of, you know, closely that was a part of the Guerilla Collective. Non, je vais aller lui voler ses dents, c'est pas grave. Je vais lui voler. Knew personally, and then like you kind of reached out to more people and like really packed
the list up more with games that I didn't even know that was coming out. So yeah, man, it was really cool. And like you know, it just came up with me and you just randomly talking. You know, how we just hop on and start talking about stocks and video games and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's really cool to have that community. Like, I don't know, it's just flourishing. Like I could just, Neil's been, you know, hooking me up with contacts.
Je peux pas avoir d'easter egg derrière pour la simple et bonne raison que c'est pas une conférence collective. C'est pas une conférence genre Xbox ou truc comme ça, tu vois.
Vice versa, and we met like a year ago, actually, like on stream was the first time that we talked. So like kind of to throw it back to this was kind of dope, you know.
Yeah, man. Like, and I think like the more like black people in this game industry, because we're so spread out. Like, there's a lot of us, but you know, we're all over the place, and we don't really know each other in that way. So like, the more of a community we have, and the more of us, the more we can support each other and help each other. Because you know, my whole thing, the whole reason behind this was just to like be like, hey, look at all these other games that, you know, we're often on a list together for Black History Month, but we never even talked to each other. My first time really talking to Nelson, who worked on, who made.
Non, j'ai viré la caméra pour l'instant.
Was, you know, when we were putting this together.
On peut dire quelle horaire t'étais aussi, si tu
So
veux.
it was really just cool meeting everybody and seeing how chill everybody was, because like once we like pitched these creators the idea, they sent us the concept for, you know, what character they wanted to be a part of the poster, and they just kind of like let us do our thing.
Yes, it's super cool to see the different art styles and the different types of games that we're making. They're not all the same, and I think that sometimes we get pigeonholed into like making a certain type of game. So like to see, you know, Onsen Master, where you're like, you know, you're managing a natural spring, like, you know, bathhouse, like that's
J'adore cet accent de voix quand même.
That someone would make that, let alone, you know, a black game developer. And I'm making a freaking Jay and Silent Bob game, so no one knows that I'm, you know, I'm black, or my team is, you know, is extremely diverse. Like James is, you know, he's also gay, and he's a black man in Georgia, and he's like our art director. Like, we got Evan Washington, who's going to be on the stream, and he worked at Sony, and he's also a producer on our team. Like, but we're making a Jay and Silent Bob game, and you're like, what the hell? Like, those are like two white dudes, you know, dudes, and it's like, okay, but that's what we decided to make at that moment. We'll definitely get into like more thematic, like culturally relevant stuff for us, but that was what we were working at the time. So it's so interesting to like that culmination, and also to see, you know, just in general, like the lack of access that some of us have had in the industry. Like, some of us have been in the industry and playing that game, you know, the political game, for a while, but a lot of us haven't, and are making like dope ass games. Like Adam Kareem, right? He's in software, but this is like really his first time in you know, in the business. So like he's asking all these questions and stuff, you know.
Yeah, and it just shows you know, that no matter what your background, where you from, hey, like we are down to connect with you, to support you, and to promote you as much as we can. I will say, if we do like another list, I now that, you know, the first list is out there and like people kind of know about it and it has a little bit of attention, the other black creators,
je crois que ça dure 2 heures si je dis pas de bêtises, hein.
That we aren't connected with, because, you know, we only know who we know. We want y'all to reach out to us and, you know, say, hey, what's up, and, you know, anything that we can do to help you, we want to do that.
Je crois.
But, you know, like this first list, it was like really quick. We did this in like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
So it was like really fast forwarded. So we just want to reach out to more people of all like black backgrounds, and like kind of just make sure that we can support you the best we can.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, we've shouted him out before, but I want to shout out Humble for helping to support, like,
j'ai 2 heures pour lui voler ses dents.
If it wasn't for, you know, Humble, Kickstarter, Raw Fury.
Non, je vais lui laisser. Je suis quelqu'un de gentil, tu vois, je vais lui laisser ses dents.
You know, basically
je suis gentil.
fund that whole thing, you know,
je suis pas comme ça.
Promotion, you know, and also, you know, I'm one of the advisors on the Black Game Developer Fund for Humble. So I'm always trying to find. Yeah, I'm you know what I mean? I'm flexing right now, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like we would love to get in contact with more developers. We have, you know, a Discord server that we're communicating on, and it's blowing up. I know it's blowing Neil up while he's like working on his stuff. But we're just here really to help and boost the confidence and exposure for everyone. So yeah, it's been really dope.
Yeah, because you know, we haven't really run into any problems. Everybody just been super chill, and like we're just trying to keep that momentum going, because I think we all kind of know the situation we're in, where we're all the underdog, no matter you know where we are in the game industry. If you're an HR, if you're, you know, a developer, if you're a streamer, we all in the same place. And like the streamers really came out and supported us too when we kind of put this list out there. They went out and looked up these other games and tried to support them. And if you didn't know about the list, now you know. So like, keep a lookout for the next one. I don't know when that's going to be. Whenever we can,
we'll try to do it again, but probably once a year. But maybe we could do it twice, because there's some folks that we kind of left out that are dropping in 2021, 2022. So.
Yeah, that was the point I was making. Like we did miss people, and it wasn't intentional. It was just like, you know, it was fast moving. We were trying to get this thing out, and we only know so many people. You know, we only got so many connections, but we wanted to expand that to like as many people as we can.
Yeah, for sure. So where can the folks find you, Neil?
Oh, you can find me at Ariel_Knight on Twitter and everywhere else.
Cool, man. Thanks for joining us, and yeah, make sure to check out Black Voice in the Game.
Man. You've been amazing. The Guerilla Collective is dope. You put together this list. You did way more work than I did, but I just appreciate you, you know, taking like this idea and just running with it and doing your thing.
For sure. And we got the Black Voice in Gaming coming up pretty soon for the Guerilla Collective. So make sure to check out that. I just wanted to make sure to talk to Neil, and it's been awesome. So I'll catch you later, man.
All right, man.
All right. Peace.
I mean, it's so great to see some of the new titles, and also follow up with teams like Retro Ninja with their game Run Die Run Again, to see how their game is coming together as they iterate on the design mechanics and just overall graphics. El Paso Elsewhere and Run Die Run Again were both games from developers who were also included in Black Voice in Gaming freshman class. The Black Voice in Gaming stream was first started last year's Guerilla Collective during the time of civil unrest. Check out the Black Voice in Gaming post-show.
After the show?
Faux show.
Up next, we have a few exclusives on the RPG strategy side of town that will have you dungeon crawling and brawling.
So let's
Alors du RPG, du RPG, moi je prends. J'entends RPG, moi je prends. Hein.
Okay, people, listen up. Let me tell you about the guild where dungeoneers will be killed. When you volunteer, holla, 3 cheers. Oh, it's dungeoneer time. Look at these pitiful fools. Dungeoneering is deliciously cool. Player can't write, you might win a fight. Oh, it's dungeoneer time.
Les pirates.
Just in case you're wondering, we wanna be pillaging, we wanna be plundering, we wanna be dungeoneering.
Eh, j'aime beaucoup ça.
Okay, people, listen up again. You put monsters in the way. See how they run away. New recruits can get all the loot. Oh, it's dungeoneer time. Let me hear you again now. Just in case you're wondering, we wanna be pillaging, we wanna be plundering, we wanna be dungeoneering.
Dungeoneering. Moi, je fais aussi du doublage. Je suis comme ça. World Premiere. Attends, World Premiere. Je peux le faire aussi.
Once upon a time, our lands teemed with creatures great and small. The beauty of the worlds was unrivaled. The people thrived and lived in harmony with the land around.
Ah, c'est Grow, on l'a vu tout à l'heure. On l'a vu tout à l'heure sur la conférence des jeux indés. C'est Grow. Comme quoi, c'est bien de suivre toutes les conférences ensemble. On l'a vu tout à l'heure celui-là. Et oui, parce que ce n'est pas la première conférence de cette E3. Il y avait aussi l'Indie Game développeur tout à l'heure, là, un peu plus tôt dans la journée. On a vu. Eh oui! Comme quoi, ça fait du bien de tout suivre. Et là, je comprends un peu mieux ce que c'est quand même. Je regarde sur mes deux écrans. C'est perturbant, j'ai 3 secondes d'avance.
This young soul seeks out a way to push back the withering and bring life back to our world.
Et bah tu vois, on se demandait tout à l'heure à quoi ça allait ressembler et finalement la DA est vraiment très sympa.
Song of the Evertree.
Eh ouais, on l'avait déjà vu. Eh oui. Oh.
Gothor! Medium plus demon of destruction! The gates have fallen! Heroes are rampaging the temple! We need a miracle! More blood? We could offer you many things! Gold, feasts, shows, or...
D'accord. Ah! 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 Ah!
Once upon a time, 3 courageous tinkerers lived together in the woods. They settled and lived a wonderful life, building their home, went hunting and defied any weather, and explored distant lands in search of new resources and hidden treasures.
Ça fait tellement jeu Game Boy.
Welcome to Tinkertown.
Ça j'aime bien.
My name is Julian, and I'm with HeadUp, the publisher and developer behind this charming pixel sandbox RPG.
Sandbox RPG
went into early access last November 2020. We've continuously updated the game. We've added more customization options, new items, from weapons, housing to decorations, farming,
oh, trop bien.
fishing, cooking, as well as more game mechanics.
Ouais, c'est Stardew Valley mais version exploration et combat quoi.
And as we've been developing with you, the community, we've decided to give the next update some more awesome features you've been waiting for. So beware of the Desert Dungeon.
Mais non, mais c'est trop bien.
The Desert Dungeon not only delivers new enemies, but with it, we've added behavior trees to all our NPCs, making them more aware of their surroundings and more challenging. Be cautious when entering the dungeon, as it is filled with new mechanics. Most prominent, traps. Poisonous arrow traps and monster ambushes are only a few of what is to come, and a new, powerful boss awaiting you. The new patch will be available for you to play on June 16.
Je le connaissais pas du tout ce jeu.
See you in Tinkertown.
Tinkertown. J'aime bien. Eh, les designs graphiques là sont sympas pour les menus du truc. Hein.
Our enemies beset us on all sides. Once our knightly brotherhood stood as a bulwark against the forces of evil. But when the stars abandoned the world, we were left weak, divided and lost. We could rely only on the strength of our arms and eternal devotion to our cause. But today, the tides of magic course through the land once again. And we are ready to reclaim our lost heritage. We have taken the fight to the enemy. Empowered by the Zodiac, our champions can bend the battlefield to their will, shattering the enemy's formations with magic and vanquishing their minions with righteous fury. We explore ancient ruins in search of forgotten artifacts to support our war effort, slaying the horrors that stand in our way. Yet some of these abominations may prove more than a match, and our brothers may bear the ultimate sacrifice to bring about victory for the entire order. The blood of the fallen shall inspire the rest of us to carry on. As we grow stronger in the ways of the Zodiac, we learn how to adapt our approach. The spirit of Taurus allows our warriors to break through stone, giving their comrades the opportunity to flank the enemy and drive a salient into their defenses in a single mighty charge. With the foe's shield wall in disarray, nothing can stop us from delivering the killing blow. But we won't win through bold deeds alone. We need to equip our champions for the many tasks that lie ahead and choose our battles wisely. The dungeons of our adversaries still hold our long-lost brothers, whose zeal could not be quenched even by death. We must rescue them and secure their escape by any means if we are to deliver them safely to our citadel, where their wisdom will drive our scholars towards new discoveries. Yet the engines of war grind on through all the lands. The enemy seeks to flood us with even more misshapen monstrosities, while we drown them in a rain of fire. We are the Zodiac.
Bonjour à ceux qui débarquent, bienvenue.
We are the light of hope, a glow in the dark of night, and we will not falter as long as the stars guide our blades.
Ouais, pas pour moi. Ouais. J'accroche pas.
That was awesome. So many great games in every genre. I'm really happy to see the new ideas and remixes of styles come into the mix this summer.
Yeah, such dope stuff. Next up, we have a cornucopia of lighthearted and Twitch action games that will test your hand and eyeball coordination, have you competitive with your friends, and put a big smile on your face. Let's kick it.
Tu me fumes. Allez. Ah bah je disais que j'aimais bien tout à l'heure. Je l'ai vu tout à l'heure. Je disais que j'aimais bien. J'aimais bien le. On a vu le trailer sur le fond bleu. Ça j'aimais bien. Ça je valide. Ah ça c'est vraiment le. Ça c'est vraiment l'ambiance old school des. Ah là je valide. À voir comment notre véhicule évolue. Ah je me vois totalement jouer à ça. Putain on va en avoir des trucs à faire hein. Alors comment notre véhicule évolue par contre hein? Parce que je le vois pas changer de... Ça a l'air très chill en plus hein. Geometry Wars, c'est vrai qu'il y a de ça aussi. Ouais. Mais je pense que c'est l'arme qui évolue, ouais. Ah oui, clairement. Ah, ça joue avec la marée. Ça peut être intéressant en jeu de gestion avec la marée. On en fait pas mal des jeux de gestion sur la chaîne, ça peut être intéressant. Ah, ça j'arrive pas. C'est joli mais j'accroche pas là. Ah, puis les déplacements comme ça, j'ai horreur de ça. Hein. Ah, les déplacements en tiré-glissé comme ça, je peux pas. J'ai une hantise de ça. C'est comme les point and click, j'ai vraiment beaucoup de mal avec les point and click. Autant le Siberia ça va, ou les Runaway, mais alors au-delà... S'il y a vraiment, tu vois... Faut pas être épileptique par contre, hein. Faut vraiment pas être épileptique, hein. La vache. Tu ressors avec des nausées et tout de ça. Ouais. Je sais pas qui est le designer de ces étranges transitions, mais j'aime beaucoup.
We're a small studio based in Berlin. We're a bunch of weird people making an even weirder game called Kraken Academy. It's a comedy high school adventure that is coming out later this year. You're the new kid at school who is tasked to save the school from doom and destruction by a huge magical kraken with big dad energy. This game is a love letter to 90s anime and Zelda Majora's Mask. So if you like any of those two things, you should definitely check it out.
Par Zelda Majora's Mask.
To show you today, for the first time ever, our hand-animated trailer
Mais quel est le rapport?
to showcase the game. Now, it's a really big deal for us to have such an awesome trailer, so I really hope you enjoy it.
What?
If you like what you see, don't forget to wishlist, it really helps us out. Thank you so much.
Attends, quoi? Mais où est le fucking rapport? Je ne vois aucun point commun. Même de loin ou de près ou de loin. Ah, c'est Krillin. Il est petit, il est habillé en rouge et il est chauve. C'est Krillin. Gars, c'est Krillin de ouf. Foutez pas de ma gueule. Je l'ai reconnu. Je l'ai reconnu, hein. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça?
Kung Fu Kickball is a team-based fighting sports game where the best ball
C'est pas lui car lui est fort.
You gotta punch, kick, and headbutt your way across the field to smash the ball into your
opponent's
points.
Oh là là! Tu veux des problèmes, toi?
I'm Jonah Wallerstein, the creator of Kung Fu Kickball, and I'm super excited to have my game included in the second annual Guerilla Collective. The game has been in early access on Steam for a little over a month now, and we're just getting started. So today I'd like to announce a new character joining the ball game. That's right, Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, is ready to unleash his monkey-style kung fu on the playing field. He'll be available with our next update, landing at the end of the month. But you'll need to demonstrate your skills as a true kickball master to get him to join your roster.
Alors, c'est très original, mais ça me plaît pas du tout. Mais c'est original. Mais ça me plaît pas
look
du tout.
forward to challenging the Monkey King in a few weeks and keep an eye out for Kung Fu Kickball, coming to console later this year.
Hi everyone, my name is David Jimenez, Game Director at NOUVEAUX. I'm proud to introduce our new game, Eon Drive, a new chapter in the story of Jacqueline, our main heroine.
La caméra est plus à droite.
A stylish speedrunning platformer set on the streets of Cyberpunk City near Barcelona. With it, we want to show you a bit of our city in a different light than you may be used to. In Eon Drive, you can rush your way through its areas solo or with 4 people in co-op mode. Eon Drive is coming out later this year for PC and all major consoles, with the help of our publishing partner, Critical Reflex. Please check out the new trailer for the game.
Ah, c'est quelqu'un de bien, il a la manette bleue de chez Xbox. Et elle est bien. Elle est belle cette manette. Hein. Bon, je préfère la rouge, mais elle est belle en bleu.
We've been hit. 30 seconds to find all the drive cores.
Multipass. Alors rien à voir, pardon.
No time to waste then.
Ah, c'est du... Ah, trop bien. C'est une time loop. Excellent. Putain, t'as 30 secondes. Attends. Quoi? Quoi?
We're through. Let's get to it.
Multipass.
And now, a little something to wet your
Ah, Dimension Drive. Yes. Ça, c'est sympa. C'est un très bon jeu.
I can't even believe the type of game.
Bah, je suis obligé de faire la référence au 5e élément. Obligé.
Before we move on to the next segment, we want to say thanks to our broadcasting partners, Twitch,
avec plaisir.
Valve, and IGN. Thank you so much for supporting and hosting the stream. We also want to thank all of our other sponsors here. They're coming up right now. They're so amazing. We love you guys so much.
Mignon.
Over the year, we have seen some exciting releases from some of the most amazing developers that have blessed the Guerilla Collective and other mix events, as well as the other events.
Je le répète encore une fois, mais je sais pas qui est l'artiste digital qui a fait les personnages en bas, mais j'adore. Genre de ouf.
They are definitely making me pitter patter.
They will. And we'll also check out a couple of updates on some award-winning games that are soon to become contemporary classics.
Let's do this.
Oh.
Imagine that humanity, in its ceaseless quest to ravage the planet, has driven even one of the most adaptable creatures in the animal kingdom, the fox, to extinction. As the last fox on Earth, you're fighting for survival in search of the rare sources of food left in this dying world. But you're not searching food just for yourself alone. Your clumsy cubs are eagerly waiting for your return and the safety of your shelter. Until that fateful day, when something or someone takes one of your young foxes. The loss of a youngling is a heartbreaking, gut-wrenching moment. But as long as there's hope, the vixen will try everything to get it back. This is where your keen sense of smell comes in handy. You can sense the smell of your cub and can even sense some traces left behind. Dropped objects tell you the story of what happened at these locations. Your sensing skills are also very useful to find prey, as animals also leave a trace you can smell and follow. And you will need that skill, because your other cubs still need your attention. As they grow up, they will leave the shelter and accompany you on your nightly adventures. They are new to this world, so keep the little ones close and safe. Over time, they will learn essential life skills and can do their part for the survival of the group. Nights are dangerous enough when perilous traps and other predators threaten your cubs.
Il y a un petit air de Spirit of the North, tu
The
sais.
most dangerous predators of them all start roaming the world. Humans. It's your job to guide your vulnerable cubs safely through the dystopian future of an exploited Earth. On your journey to the last safe haven, you must overcome all the dangers that lie ahead. Survive. This is Endling.
C'est très mignon. Ça, la DA m'emballe vraiment. Alors après, en termes de gameplay, je sais pas. Mais par contre, en termes de là, oui. Tu vois?
Hi all, I'm Michelle, the game director of Beasts of Maravilla Island, a 3D adventure game about discovering extraordinary creatures, learning their behaviors, and most importantly, photographing their majesty. Today I'm going to show off some content from a zone we haven't shared much gameplay of before, the Glimmering River. This luminous locale is home to a number of unique beasts, from mushroom frogs to bats with butterfly wings to mischievous otter crocodiles that love to play. Each of these critters has a unique reaction to Marina. We can't wait for you to find and photograph them all. The Glimmering River features puzzles where you must cooperate with the animals in the area in order to progress. For example, using the Maravian scaled otter, or as we like to call him, the otterdiles, playful spit behavior to grow flowers that'll take you up to new areas. One of our favorite parts of the Glimmering River is a game of fetch that you get to play with the otterdile. If you wait for just the right moment, you can catch a shot of him doing an impressive backflip before diving down into the water to fetch his toy. This is one of the many opportunities to engage with creatures in meaningful and non-violent ways in store for you on Maravilla Island. Beasts of Maravilla Island is coming soon to Nintendo Switch, Xbox, PlayStation 4, and PC. We're so excited to see the amazing photos that you take.
C'est sympa ça. Ouais. Ça me fait penser à Journey un peu. Mais j'adore. Hein. Ah, j'aime beaucoup. Ah, c'est somptueux. Là, c'est le cas de le dire. Ah ouais. Bon, ça moins fan du coup. Ouais. Pour le coup, moins fan de ça. Ah, sur le Game Pass, ouais. De ouf.
Hi, my name is Eleanor and I voice the sister in The Lightbringer. Today I'm giving you a quick deep dive into the game to take a closer look at the gameplay. The Lightbringer is a poetic adventure platformer with a heartfelt narrative presented entirely in verse. The world has been claimed by vile corruption, filling it with vicious, slimy beings. Your sister set out on a journey to rid the world of these evil entities, but somewhere along her journey, she vanished under unknown circumstances.
Visuellement, j'aime bien. Tu vois, visuellement, DA, Cara Design, ça a l'air cool.
Guided by your sister's spirit,
Mais
you aim to succeed where she could not. The goal of each level is to reach a monolith and cleanse it from the corruption that has taken control of it.
Et pourtant, visuellement, j'aime bien.
You do this by collecting power in the form of light motes that are spread throughout the level, often cleverly hidden outside a beaten path. Best keep your eyes peeled. Your journey will take you through tropical islands, icy tundras, dark dungeons, and mountaintops high above the clouds, all with their own unique mechanics. Each level works as its own little world, filled with platforming challenges, puzzles, and enemies. Speaking of enemies, you'll often find yourself fighting the corruption, both smaller enemies as well as large sentinels brought to life by the corruption. These encounters will test both your skill and determination, and they will not give up without a fight. We hope you have enjoyed this quick presentation, and we look forward to showing you more this summer.
À voir parce que il va falloir me séduire.
It'll be out when it's out.
Il va falloir me séduire. Parce que je suis pas fan. Hein. Je sais pas pour vous, moi j'arrive pas à...
Hi everyone, I am Josué Monchan. I'm narrative designer of Vertigo at Pendulum Studios. Vertigo is a narrative and adventure game freely inspired by the movie masterpiece.
Le problème c'est que ça va être un point and click. Ça va être un point and click. C'est Pendulo. C'est Pendulo. Donc on les connaît. On connaît Pendulo. Et à chaque fois je trouve ça très joli, mais je peux pas. En termes de gameplay je peux pas. Je peux vraiment pas.
And of course the MacGuffin. We've also been studying Hitchcock's camera work, subjective shots, its use of detail shots, and even the dolly zoom effect, also known as vertigo effect. In the movie, the spectator always knows more than the main character. You have to translate that into the game, let the player know more than the actual character that they are controlling.
Et pourtant j'aime beaucoup Pendulo, hein. Mais j'ai du mal. Avec si c'est un point and click, c'est pas la peine. Putain c'est con, je trouve ça très joli là. Je sais pas.
Amazing games. Of course, it's pitter patter on my heart. It's just every time I'm like, feel like I'm getting a shot of adrenaline. Those are some awesome, maybe that's not adrenaline, but those are some awesome games. Next up, our friends at Neon Doctrine, formerly another indie, have joined us to show some of their amazing titles.
Let's check it out.
Now.
Ils me fument les deux. On dirait du Ben 10, hein. Pas du tout. Pas du tout.
Hey everyone, we are Neon Doctrine, purveyors of exquisite games from around the world. We hope you enjoy this showcase of our upcoming titles. Neon Doctrine is proud to be based in the city of Taipei, so it brings us great pleasure to introduce you to the legend of Tianding. Set in Taipei and featuring Taiwan's most famous folk hero, we cannot wait for you to see the place we love and experience an interesting piece of local history.
Chacun s'habille comme il le souhaite. Je ne dirai rien. 2 secondes. On fait un petit pari tous ensemble. Combien de réclamations de droits d'auteur j'aurai sous cette vidéo? Parce que là, ça fait 1h10 avec des musiques dans tous les sens. Je vais avoir une avalanche de mails sur YouTube et ça va être monstrueux en réquisition de droits d'auteur. Ils vont tous se battre pour avoir leur petit centime. C'est sûr. J'arrive pas à comprendre ce que c'est le jeu. Ça fait très bande dessinée. Hein. Ça me fait penser à Tintin au Tibet. Ça me fait penser à Tintin. Monstrueux ce jeu. Et le mot est choisi. Hein. Ouais.
From the Far East to the countryside of New England, we'd like to welcome you to Grow Hill Manor, where the science of the 19th century meets unspeakable ancient horror. Don't get lost now. You'll never know what you'll see if you open the wrong door. Without further ado, Lamentum awaits.
Eh, c'est sympa ça. Ouais, l'ambiance, elle a vraiment pas mal. Hein. T'as un petit air ancien de chevalier des Baphomet. Il y a un petit truc, hein. Évidemment, guitariste.
Marriage, love, and devotion can lead to acts of personal sacrifice. But for my lovely wife's hero, these noble acts are twisted into acts of depravity. Would you be willing to betray and murder those who trust you in order to save your true love? How far would you go to bring back your lovely wife?
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Qu'est-ce que c'est que ce merdier? Qu'est-ce que c'est que ce merdier?
Our free-to-play multiplayer PvP shoot 'em up Retrograde Arena
Pardon?
is available now on Nintendo Switch.
Il y avait combien de genres en commun dans ta phrase? Écoutez, le PvP, RPG, MMO, FPS, TPS, Open World, Dungeon Crawler, Rétro Arcade sera disponible bientôt. Mais il y a trop de mots! C'est pas possible! Non! Il y a trop de trucs. Ça va pas? Ah mais en fait c'est lui qui fait la moitié de la conf avec ses jeux. D'accord. Ok, donc je viens de tomber dans un gouffre de sommeil. Genre, je pense que je manque de sommeil, je vois des trucs qui n'existent pas. C'est le truc le plus chelou que j'ai vu sur les 2 dernières années. Non, non, attendez, non, 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 je veux qu'on se pose 2 secondes. Est-ce que, sur les 2 dernières années, vous avez vu des trucs plus bizarres que ça? Mais le confinement vous empêchez pas d'ouvrir les fenêtres, hein, les gars.
I hope you enjoyed these games as much as we, well, me, enjoyed introducing them. You can head over to our Discord or Guilded to talk to us, the developers who work with us, and our amazing
Je peux vous conseiller un très bon psy, si vous voulez. Ça doit pouvoir se trouver.
I'm very happy to present to you Project Althea.
Ah, ça oui. Attends, mais on se pose 2 secondes, c'est quand même vachement chelou ce qu'on vient de voir. Hein. Oui, on est d'accord. Hein. On a tous vu ça. Je suis pas le seul à l'avoir vu. Regarde, même lui il est gêné. Regarde, même lui il est gêné. Je n'assume pas ce qu'on vient de voir. Je n'assume pas. D'habitude il dit toujours un truc en plus. Hein. Écoutez, enchaînons, enchaînons. Enchaînons, enchaînons. Personne n'était prêt, personne n'était prêt. Ah mais oui, c'est le Dragon Quest. C'est le Dragon Quest. Mais oui. Ah mais oui, 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 oui. Je valide. Oui, oui. On en avait entendu parler il y a un bout de temps. Oui, oui, oui. Attends, tu reconnais la musique. Mais je trouvais ça trop cool. J'aime beaucoup. Ouais. Ah, Dungeon Crawler. Voilà. Ça, c'est vraiment... Alors ça, pour ceux qui ont connu, c'était la base à l'époque. Mais alors, en ressortir un maintenant, est-ce que ça va fonctionner? Parce qu'à l'époque, ça, c'était ouf. Bon, ça a bien évolué par rapport à ce qu'on avait à l'époque. Mais les Dungeon Crawlers de l'époque, bon, c'était pas ça. Bah là, ça me donne envie, du coup. Voilà, ça me donne envie. C'est le bordel là. Oh, oh non, ah bah. Oh là là, bordel. RPG Time, je crois, celui d'avant. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Qu'est-ce que... Quoi? Mais quoi? Mais revenez! Mais attendez, mais c'est un délire. On n'a rien vu? Plaisantez? Attends, elle fait du golf et elle se bat contre des monstres? Attends, c'est quoi ça encore? Pourquoi il nous cache la TH? La question que tout le monde se pose, est-ce qu'on peut faire des headshots avec la balle? Ça c'est la question. Hello à ceux qui débarquent, bienvenue. RP Golf. RPG quoi. Bien joué le jeu de mots. Bien joué le jeu de mots. Bien joué.
You can already see it. But Whitewater Wipeout is a surfing game for the play date that pays homage to the classic California games. Plus, it's made by our boss and legend, Giles Goddard.
La voilà la play date.
Current CEO, Giles Goddard.
We haven't announced it yet, dang it.
Phoenix.
Il me fatigue, putain. Ça, on l'a vu pareil dans l'indie, dans le truc indie tout à l'heure. On avait pensé à Fall Guys ici, on l'avait pensé. Oula, 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 oula. Ouais, j'arrive pas à accrocher, tu vois. Pas pour moi. Pas pour moi. Pas pour moi celui-là.
BT Creates and Sunsoft present the final piece of a trilogy. A metal attacker embarks on a brand new adventure.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
The side view and top-down action is more intense than ever before. Jason's third battle against mutant kind is about to begin. What new threats await him in a new dimension?
On l'a déjà vu. Ça me dit rien.
Blasting action is here. Blaster Master 03. A new chapter in Blaster Master history unfolds. July 29th, 2021. NT Creates.
Gunvolt. Ah, c'est Gunvolt ça, non? Encore. Ça ressemble beaucoup en tout cas. Ah, c'est ça. Ouais, un Gunvolt c'est hyper connu. Ouais. Direct. Hein. Gunvolt.
That was super cool. This summit is awesome. Can't wait to go back to Kyoto to experience it when we can.
Amazing. Yeah, that was.
Ouais, il faut aimer Gunvolt.
I think if you get a chance to go to Bit Summit, do it. Take it. It's amazing.
Yeah, shout out to them for you know, showing their games on this showcase for sure. Thanks once again to our sponsors and broadcasting partners for their support. We're going to shout them out.
Ils sont encore sous le choc d'avant.
PlayStation, Xbox, Kickstarter, Razer, Astro Gaming, our fellow devs and publishers, Two Awesome Studio, Akupara Games, All In Games, Good Shepherd, Humble Games, Goblin Studios, Graffiti Games, Head Up, Hype Train Digital, Neon Doctrine, Raw Fury, Tiny Build, Thunderful, and White.
Ouais, mais Gunvolt c'est très particulier, mais il faut aimer. Mais c'est sympa.
Be sure to check out the Guerilla Collective event page on Steam, where you can learn more about the games, wishlist those games, buy the games that are available now, check it out. Wishlists help, so do it.
Do it. You know, definitely support them. Thanks to Wilmer Sound.
Thank
Sir, you have been awesome for opening up your space.
Yes, I'm so happy to open my space to you.
Always, I love being in your space. Thanks to the mix team.
Calmons-nous les gars quand même. Calmons-nous un peu. On est en direct.
Everybody who's contributed on this stream.
Il y en aura un autre le 10, non le 12. Le 12.
Coming up next is our next installment of Black Voice in Gaming, where Alfonso Hooker will be joining me for some interviews and exclusive gameplay sessions with some amazing devs and their dope games. Be sure to stay tuned at the same time next Saturday at 8 a.m. PST, 5 p.m. CET, where the Guerilla Collective
Donc 12 juin, faut rester connecté.
Will continue, along with the spotlight on uplifting and thoughtful indie games in Wholesome Direct. We're going to take a quick break and come back with some more Guerilla Collective with Black Voice in Gaming next. See you soon.
Ah, c'est pas fini. C'est pas fini. Ah si, c'est fini. Si, c'est fini.